The June 2022 Gallup report showed that only 1 out of 3 employees are engaged in their work. That means that we were in an auditorium between you, the person on your left, and the person on your right. 2 of you wouldn't be interested in this presentation. But this is Cultivator Con. You are the 1/3 that are engaged, motivated, excited about what you do every day. Maybe not everything you do every day. I would suggest that probably only 1 out of 3 things you do every day you really enjoy. And it's so tough because we all have wonderful interests, passions that are hidden that we sometimes don't use. Today, I want to share with you how you can take your passion and propel your career. I am Elizabeth, Dr. E. Carter. I tell you, my journey started from birth because in the womb, I was supposed to be a lawyer. But I soon realized when I got to undergraduate school that that wasn't going to be in the cards for me. How many of you have been brainwashed by your parents into being something that you knew you were not going to be good at, would not love, and wasn't your passion? And then when you tell them that it's not going to happen, they get mad. Now, my parents, they didn't get mad. They were slightly disappointed. But here's lesson number 1. Don't work to fill someone else's dream, because that limits your growth and minimizes your passion. When I realized that I wasn't going to be a lawyer, I was lost, actually. I changed my major 3 times in college. When I graduated, I had several jobs. I worked 3rd shift in a factory, worked in retail, sold life insurance, worked in a bank. And I finally found my footing in the finance department of an insurance company. And I thrived there. I was learning and growing, being promoted. I even changed companies. And it was going great until I was working with this team, and they really weren't giving me accolades about my reports. And when I investigated why, these were non-finance people, I realized that they didn't necessarily understand the value that my reports had and the importance of them to the company. Now, how many of you have built reports and distributed them and realized that no one read them and you stopped producing them? Now, I can't see everyone shaking their head, but I know you have. I will admit I have done that a lot. I have had many reports trashed in the garbage. But this group, I really wanted to not abandon that thought. I wanted to educate them because it was so important. I built financial acumen training, and 2 things happened. Number 1, they loved it. It was well received, well attended. I saw the light bulb go off because they realized the importance of what they did and how it impacted the organization. And second, I realized at that moment I had a passion for training and development. Lesson number 2, you never know when your passion will be birthed. Don't pass up any opportunity because you think it's garbage. So this was so intriguing, this passion for training and development. I wanted to learn more. I already had an MBA, and I wanted to pursue another master's degree. I got a master's degree in education and then subsequently a PhD in education. Why a PhD, people ask me? Well, honestly, because I still felt that hurt from disappointing my parents from not becoming a lawyer. I wanted to compensate for that. And secondly, I'm an overachiever. How many of you, raise your hand if you're an overachiever? Yeah, I know you cultivators are all overachievers. And the thing about me wanting to learn more and be more gets to lesson number 3. It really is about learning all you can about your passion area and make an investment in yourself if you have to. I wanted to have this uniqueness that I thought would be beneficial to an organization. I had this great finance, deep-rooted discipline. I had this deep passion for training and development. What an interesting dynamic to come from one person. But the challenge was that neither group really recognized me as they thought about me and my journey, my development, and my elevation of my career. The finance people thought that I had this great desire to be in training. And the training people just thought I was a free resource, someone passionate about training others that wasn't on their payroll. And I realized I had limited myself and my opportunities. In late 2021, I said to myself, in 2022, I'll have to make a change. It will either be up or out. And late 2021, an opportunity arose. It was in clinical services. I had been working in healthcare insurance in the finance area, and this role came up totally different from what I had been doing. Now, some of the criteria of the role was finance and operations related, which was great. It had the opportunity for me to work with departments I already knew, I already had relationships, but that was only 75% of the job. The other 25, I had no idea. I was not a doctor or a nurse or a clinician. I said, I'm not going to apply for this job. I don't know 25% of the work. We often have you limited yourself because you clearly didn't think you were ready for the next opportunity. That was me. And I had a coworker say to me, go ahead and apply. I think you'd be perfect. And I had a conversation with the hiring manager. We talked about all the things that I have done that was applicable to the role. Talked about how I would learn the gaps of what I don't know. And here's the bonus. She has a staff. They need development. So we talked about what I could do in that space. Training, skill development, diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. And all that I had to say, it worked. I got the job. And it was a promotion to a vice president role. So lesson number 4, never underestimate the power of the passion. And I leverage that passion still today to propel my career and the career of others. So many people get on my calendar to talk about why they're stuck, unsure of how they're adding value to their organizations. I call myself a corporate elevation strategist. I talk to them about their strengths, help them find their passion, and determine where they could benefit and how the company can benefit from their strengths and passions. So let's review the lessons. Number 1, seek your own dreams. Number 2, passion can be birthed from any opportunity. Number 3, invest in yourself to grow. And number 4, never underestimate the power of the passion. Now, for all of you, I have a question. If you have found your passion and it has propelled your career, that's awesome. I would love to talk to you and see if some of your lessons match any of mine. But for those of you who have not yet found their passion, or you're thinking, maybe I missed it, lesson number 5 is for you. It is never too late. I want to thank the Cultivate team for this awesome conference. I am Elizabeth, Dr. E. Carter. I invite you to my workshop so that I can share with you more about the framework that allowed me to shape my passion to propel my career. I thank you all for joining me. Please enjoy the rest of CultivateCon.